What is poppin' YouTube? My name is Dallasthedeal, and we are here for round 3 of the Christoph Cup. This round you will get to see Matt, who I believe you saw in the first match. He's playing Gengar Wobbuffet versus Christoph, who is playing Mega Manectric. This was a really great game, but I do need to tell you that the whole thing does shut off at a certain point, and so I'll be back. It is right before the game ends, so you don't really miss much, but I'll be right back at that point to tell you kind of what happened. Commentating today, you have myself and you have Colin. So we got kind of a dualistic commentary going on. I think you're really going to like it. Please enjoy. Please leave a like. Sub if you haven't. But the most important thing is you take it easy, keep it steezy until I see you after this. Enjoy. What is poppin' YouTube? My name is Dallasthedeal and we are watching a friendly league right now. This is round 3. On the left we have Matt Marusik. On the right we have Christoph Clements. We are at Christoph's house. We did a friendly 5-round league, I believe. I'm not even sure how many rounds there are. This is currently the 3rd round. I have lost both the 1st and the 2nd round. I am commentating for the 3rd. So we see both players have cut each other's decks. I'm not sure who's going first. That would be some great information to have, but I don't have it. We'll figure it out together, is what we're going to do. We can see Matt starts with a Pikachu, which is dope for him. He's actually playing Gengar Wobbuffet Trevenant, and Christoph is playing Manectric. I would say that this match is in favor of Christoph, and I'm saying that because I played against him while I was playing Gengar, and I'm trying to think of a good way to put it. He pushed my shit in.
You didn't have a chance.
I didn't have a chance. Oh, by the way, I have somebody co-commentating with me. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, what up? I'm Colin. Not much else to say.
All right, he's Colin. Tight. Thank you for the insight. What do you think is going to happen in this match, Colin? Pull up a chair.
Might be asking the wrong person. Grab a chair. Oh, is there a chair?
Yeah. So Matt gets his Gengar down. We got some glare on his discard pile, but I believe he played a Trainer's Mail for an Ultra Ball, or maybe just an Ultra Ball. Yep, he played a Trainer's Mail and grabbed the Judge. If he turn 1 judges Christoph, that is actually a sick play. The format right now is standard. I believe that Breakthrough is not legal yet, but we're playing as if it is. This is practice 4 cities. Matt's going to land an attachment onto Gengar, so I'm wondering if he's going to try and get a Float Stone onto that Pikachu or nah. He's Ultra Balling for something, probably a Shaman. My best bet would be Ultra. You think he goes for the Ultra Ball Shaman here?
I would assume.
Yeah, you know what happens when you assume sometimes?
Make an ass.
No, you're wrong. And then it gets weird. Matt playing the Full Art Shaman. Not really sure why. I didn't know he had a Full Art Shaman. Did you know he had a Full Art Shaman?
I didn't know he had a Full Art Shaman.
It's really interesting that he's playing the Full Art Shaman. And what's even more interesting is how much time you have to kill while you're commentating a live match. So he's going to Shaman set up for, I believe, 4. He finds a Mystery Energy. He has not played a supporter yet, which is very interesting. He's going to get the Float Stone on the Pikachu, which is huge. No, he doesn't. He takes it back. He lays down a Phantump, a Float Stone. Does he have the Wally? No, he's got the Judge. Okay, so he's going to have to Judge into 4 cards. No chance of the turn 1 Trev, which is kind of a bummer. I'm really not sure if there's anything else he could have done there to try and dig deep. One of my problems when I play Gengar is I try to dig way too deep for the Wally, and then I screw myself.
With it.
Yep. You got the chance to see me, Colin, playing against Christoph, where I discarded 4 Versus Seekers in turn 2, and that was not dope. That was not dope at all. Matt is having some really good resource management here. You can tell how meticulous he was with playing that Float Stone, not on the Pikachu. He wasn't going to go for broke on getting the turn 1 Trev. He's like, alright, you know what, I'm going to let this Pika chill, and then I'm going to retreat it with the free retreat Raichu next turn. I'm going to let him have a turn of items, and that means that he's going to be able to play a supporter like Judge and screw his opponent over that way, rather than getting the turn 1 Trevenant. It's a very solid play, because the most that Christoph's going to be able to do is get a Spirit Link, probably, and do an overrun.
He has a bit of time.
He has a bit of time before it all goes weird for him. But Matt's actually got a solid setup. He's got an energy on Gengar. That means he's either a double colorless or a Dimension Valley away from getting his Dark Corridor on, which is what every Gengar player wants turn 2. He's actually going to start texting right now. Or no, he's looking for music. I know he's pumping the Mary J. Blige. What are your thoughts on what his music choice is? Do you think that...
I'm thinking he's on Pandora and it's getting a little whack for him.
Oh, you think that he's getting hit with the ads right now on Pandora? Okay, well, we got a great view of him typing into his iPhone. I believe that's an iPhone 6S.
Champagne gold.
Champagne gold iPhone 6S. No cracks on the screen. So Christoph has found a sycamore from that trainer's mail. Back to the topic. That's the first card he's played. I have said all of that in the time that Christoph has played one card.
Sounds about right. If anyone was wondering, Matt chose Montana of 300 as his
Montana 300. He's listening to Hot N-word.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
white.
it.
But there are some really sick lines in that.
It's a good song.
Montana 300 is someone who rolls with Chief Keef.
Absolutely.
And I think that it's a really aggressive rap style that really speaks to Matt's play style as well.
Off cam, he was just jigging. When you couldn't see his hands,
He was jigging.
He was jigging.
Okay. Well, that's Matt for you. Christoph still hasn't really played that much. He's battle comping and he's ultra balling and he's doing a bunch of stuff.
Furiously throwing some energy into that discard.
He knows that he's got one turn with these items before it goes bad.
Trying to get them all out.
He's getting rid of his own Wobbuffet because he knows that it's not really going to matter. The only thing that his Wobbuffet is going to stop is Matt's setup, and he's already set up once. Trevenant, being a psychic type, is not affected by Bide Barricade, which is one of the loopholes to it and what is one of the upsides to playing Trevenant in Standard. I currently believe that... he just showed Matt some of his hand, or no, some of his deck. But I currently believe that Expanded Trevenant is a no-go. I think that it's too volatile to set up. There are too many things that can go wrong. Granted, we do have Jirachi and Expanded for turn 1 Trev, but...
Doesn't make up for it.
No, I just think that it's not really hanging around. There are way too many ways to just get around it. So, let's see. He's discarded a Trainer's Mail and I believe another Ultra Ball.
Yes.
For a Hoopa. He's going to Hoopa search right now using Scoundrel Ring, playing the Full Art Hoopa and the Full Art Manectric.
Going for every Manectric in his deck.
He's going to go for a bunch of Manectrics, maybe a Shaman, but I'm not really sure if that's what he's going to go for. He's going to go for 2 Manectrics. That's usually his play. I've seen him go Hoopa, Manectric, Manectric. You don't really need more than that. Yep, and that's exactly what he does. He finishes his search right at Manectric. He's got 3 of those out right now. And I believe his the very common Manectric line is 3-4. 4-3. 4-3. 4 regular Manectric. Well, I mean 3 Mega Manectric and 4 regular Manectric. If you want to say it backwards. If you want to say it backwards, which is what I was doing. I don't make mistakes.
Clearly.
I don't make mistakes. I never have, and I never will. So Christoph is finally done with his search. He's got all this stuff off. He's going to bench those 2 Manectrics. He's got another bench spot that he seems to be leaving open between the Manectric and the Hoopa, and he just chooses to go for the overrun, doing 20 to Pikachu and 20 to Gengar. Pretty much all he could do at that point. Now, Matt can start popping off here.
Yes.
He's got the Dimension Valley, so we're probably going to see another Psychic Energy go on to Gengar. There's the Trevenant. No Wally needed. He's just fine with getting it out turn 2. There's the double colorless, and he's going to... I believe that's a Birch.
That looks like a... Yeah, that's a Birch.
That's definitely a Birch. We're getting some glare on those cards, even though he is playing those sweet purple Hyper Mats from Ultra Pro. But a little bit of glare sometimes happens. We're currently in Christoph's kitchen playing this game. As Gucci Mane would say, in the kitchen, cooking chicken, trying to pay my rent.
Hopefully Chris paid his rent.
Christoph, as far as we know, has paid his rent. I'm not sure if anybody in the past matches has gone over what the prizes are, but we have a prize pool, and it is currently a bunch of breakthrough packs. Now, if you were to get 5 breakthrough packs, Colin, what would you want to pull?
I haven't looked at breakthrough much.
Haven't looked at breakthrough much. Well, I'll tell you what you want to pull. Not really much. there's not that much tight stuff in there. I mean, you got some cool reprints, and we see that Matt is Ultra Balling away a Lysander, some other stuff. Yeah, can you go in there, do some reconnaissance? Lysander and a Phantom. He knows that he doesn't really need too many Phantoms. One thing to mention here, though, is Christoph already has the Spirit Link on Manectric. In my opinion, once he gets Mega Manectric going, it's kind of over. Because Mega Manectric's Assault Laser attack, is that what it's called?
Yes.
No, Turbo Bolt.
Turbo Bolt.
Mega Manectric's Turbo Bolt attack does 110. Do you know how much HP Trevenant has?
Definitely not 110.
It's definitely 110. It is 110, and Wobbuffet is also 110, or 100. I think it's 110. Either way, Christoph is one-shotting everything, but Matt does have the free retreating Raichu out, so he's going to be able to get a free retreat into Gengar, Dark Corridor into Trevenant. One interesting thing is, and I don't know why Christoph doesn't do this more, is why doesn't he Scoundrel Ring for a Mega? Because you can do that. A lot of people kind of forget that you don't have to just get a basic. He could already have one in his hand, and we might see it come out right now. He's going to just Sycamore and try to find it.
That's what happened last game. He did this exact same thing when he was playing you, but he had the Mega in hand.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Yes, he was able to just evolve right from hand. Do you think that he has it now?
Hopefully.
He's got the Wob. I feel like he would have played it immediately. He is pretty much... He's got one more space, and I know he likes to play that Mystery Kiss Jinx, and he's going to... Oh, wait.
Victory Kiss.
What did I say? Mystery Kiss? Wait.
He has the Ultra Ball.
Matt didn't retreat into Trevenant after Dark Corridor. And it may be because he didn't have the Float Stone on it, or did he?
He also may be sacking the Pikachu.
Raichu?
Raichu.
You think he's just sacrificing the Raichu to buy a little bit of time?
I think so.
He knew what was going to happen with the Mega Manectric.
I think turn one, going into the game, he kind of decided that he had to let Chris play a little bit of items. And he's just kind of having the Raichu out there to take a prize.
Okay, so maybe he's got a sick Ace Trainer play in mind, or... yeah, I'm not really sure what the point of... Because he has the Float Stone on the Trev. And maybe he just wanted to kind of live that up a little bit. He does
also
evolve.
Could be scared.
He could be scared. I would be scared.
I would be scared.
Now, what I want to see from Matt is a Muscle Band Gengar Hoopa knockout at some point.
Absolutely.
Because Muscle Banded Gengar does knock out Hoopa with resistance and Dark Corridor after poison damage. Yeah, Matt's left in a real tough spot. I do not envy him.
No. To win this game, he has to knock out everything but Manectric, pretty much.
In my opinion, it is an almost unwinnable match, and he's already... Oh, and there's the Lysander for Hoopa. Does he have the... Oh, he's going to double colorless Shaman. So is he... Oh.
Possibly a Sky Return play?
Nope. He's going to do the Dark Corridor, and with the knockout, he's going to leave the Hoopa at 160 with no item. Hoopa's retreat is 2, but he does not have any energy on it, and I do not believe Christoph plays the double colorless. He cannot play a Float Stone. He can't play a Switch. He could play an AZ, which is a common card in many Mega Manectric builds, because it's really not that big of a deal to discard 2 energy with the AZ. But he's got the Wobbuffet, and is he going to bench it is the big question. Of course, he could Mystery Kiss. Victory Kiss. I'm going to say Mystery Kiss every single time. If he had the Jinx to Victory Kiss, he could stall out one more turn with the Hoopa so it wouldn't get knocked out going into Matt's turn. And maybe that's what he's digging for. I think he's digging for a lot of stuff because he has played a Sycamore, and that means he is pretty much letting that Hoopa go. And there is the... Oh, so he's going to Victory Kiss. There it is. So he's going to let it live another turn, and he's going to allow Matt to... take the knockout this turn, but the big benefit here is he's not going down going into Matt's turn. Matt benches a Pikachu, and he attaches a double colorless to it. So I wonder if he's going to try and stack his bench, maybe get some chip damage on a Mega Manectric, and just kind of soften it up for a Gengar to come in. We still have not seen a Rough Seas from Christoph, which would be a sick play. We do see my computer screen going black, but now we are back. Were you worried?
No, I was not.
My computer went to sleep for a second. We've continued the recording, and we see a judge from Matt. I'm guessing. Yep, that is a judge.
Yes.
Matt plays the judge to ensure that maybe he's able to... Yeah, I'm not really sure what he's going to do here, because whatever he's giving... He's going to give up a prize here. He's going to take a knockout, and he's going to give up a prize to the Mega Man himself. No chance of a Lysander to try and, again, get chip damage, which is pretty much the best way to deal with this matchup. Christoph is also very close to having another Mega Manectric going. He just needs the Spirit Link to not end his turn. And he very well just might Mega Evolve if he gets stuck in another Hoopa situation like he was. Mm-hmm. Jinx also is weak to Psychic. That's an easy one shot for Gengar.
Mm-hmm. Not the prize you want to take.
And we see Matt's hand, and he did a Trainer's Mail. We don't see his hand. We see the Trainer's Mail, and he grabbed a Versus Seeker, I believe. Probably the most consistent card you can get. He can judge again if he gets backed into a corner like he was. And it looks like he's actually going to use the Sky Return attack for a knockout to get another Shaman into his hand. Pretty good play.
Yeah.
We are right now seeing why Matt frequently does pretty well at tournaments. Fort Wayne Regionals, he got 33rd, which means he bubbled out of top 32, which was a huge bummer. He went to day 2 at Nats and did very well. I believe he got 48th. Matt's a pretty consistent player among the group that's here. Definitely better than me. I do not want to play him, and I don't even know if I do. I really hope I don't, because the Gengar Mirror is horrible, because my deck is more tailored towards the turn 1 Trevenant, which I will whiff against him. And he'll probably get it. And then it's pretty much done from there. I have played him with Gengar Mirror once, and it was just a disgusting game that I somehow pulled out. But I believe that Matt's kind of finding his groove with this Gengar Raichu build.
Definitely a weird build for Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Not,
Oh, he's got a Head Ringer onto the other Gengar. He didn't want to send up that Trevenant, which is interesting. I think that he wants to be able to get a second Trevenant powered up or set up before he sends out that other one. And that was something that you saw in my game too, where I was just letting my Trevenant go down. I should have been supplementing it with something he can't knock out, like a Gengar EX. Let the Gengar take some damage. It's not ever going to be in the active for long. I'm burping. But we see Christoph doing some stuff. He battle comped, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
An Ultra Ball and
just thinning out his hand.
something.
Thinning out his deck, rather. And he's going to Sycamore from nothing.
Beautiful play.
Right? Oh, and Matt gives him the little shuffle. We could see Christoph deck out here pretty soon.
He's on a clock.
If he does that one more time, it's going to be kind of curtains for him. His deck doesn't look that stacked right now. Has Matt taken any prizes? Yeah, he took the 2 on Hoopa. Christoph has taken the 1.
Matt does have the Versus Seeker in hand for the judge. That could thin the deck out even more and put Christoph on a clock.
It very well could.
I feel like Matt is playing this. He's trying to force Christoph into a situation where he has to give him outs.
If he plays a judge, he's going to put more cards back into his deck because he has more in his hand and he's only drawing 4.
That is very true. Aaron Freese has jumped on the scene. We are currently triple commentating that. Thank you for joining us, Aaron.
Yeah, no problem.
It's okay to have you here. It's a solid okay to have you here. We can see that we have 2 Victory Kiss Jinx on the field. That means that with the Rough Seas, Christoph is currently healing 50 damage from his active. After Poison, Gengar is doing 70 damage without a Muscle Band. That goes up to 90 with. Without a Muscle Band, he is healing off
30.
way more than half.
30 after Poison.
Without the Muscle Band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Without the Muscle Band, he's doing 70, 20.
10. Yeah,
20.
He's doing 10 base damage, so he's doing 20.
Yeah, it's rough. It's very rough. But we see the quick counter to the Dimension Valley. Not counter to Dimension. He countered with Dimension Valley.
Rough Seas.
Yeah.
Got rid of Rough Seas.
He's going to Lysander Wobbuffet, get rid of that guy. He's going to Shaman. Nope. Okay, so Matt just did a dumb thing. He literally Lysandered in a Wobbuffet and played a Shaman. He's going to leave it there because he knows he messed up, and that is a mess up of a century.
So, I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, so he just retreated into Gengar.
And took the knockout.
Going for the knockout, yeah.
What was?
Yep, he took the knockout onto Gengar and left another Trev there. Now, we were talking about how he was going to leave room.
I think he. Wait, didn't he knock out a Wobbuffet? Is that what he did?
Yeah, he knocked out a Wob.
Oh, okay.
He knocked out that Wob he Lysandered in. So what we were talking about earlier is we've noticed that he hasn't been sending up his Trevenant a lot in this game at all. He's been letting his Trevenant chill on the bench, and it's because I believe he wants to get 2 Trevenants set up because he knows that Mega Manectric is just going to start eating him alive. His bench is full now.
Yeah.
Which is pretty rough. I don't think that he runs any Skyfield. I mean, he could because he's running the Raichu. Sure I doubt that he would. So. I doubt he would.
I don't think, though, that he even needs a Trevenant in this matchup because Christoph's healing is all ability-based, I think, and stadium-based, so this is actually kind of a rough matchup for Gengar.
It's definitely one of Gengar's worst matchups, probably second to Mega Ray. Mega Ray definitely does some work to Gengar.
Well, and then that's where the Raichu tech helps in.
And then that's why he has the Raichu tech.
Most decks opt to play Robo-Sub instead of Raichu or Trevenant.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's something Matt will include. But without Robo-Sub, the prize trade just becomes that much less favorable. But
and Matt's been Matt's been swinging with Christoph. Always going to Lysander in the damaged Gengar. That is not what Matt wanted to see because currently he has no Gengars with a lot of energy there.
So
I think that he has one Gengar with a DCE. He's going to send up his Trevenant just because it's got the Float Stone. And now he does have room on his bench if he does want to set up another Trevenant, so that he can maybe soften up something with the Gengar. We see a Wobbuffet. We see an Energy going down. We see a Dimension Valley. And we see a Sycamore discarding a Shaman.
That just tells you that Matt doesn't have... He's fishing. He's looking for
He's looking for some way to kind of help himself out here.
It's really hard because he has to deal with Manectric being healed with all that damage, and keep in mind with Trevenant not on the active, Christoph could be a secret for a Pokemon Center lady.
Absolutely.
At any time. That gets rid of the poison and 60 damage, and that just makes Mega Manectric impossible to knock out if you're playing Gengar.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that Christoph is just healing way too much, and he's doing way too much damage per turn to really make this match competitive for Matt. Of course, Matt is he does have 3 prizes left, so it is very doable. He's going to Ultra Ball, not sure what for. He's got a full bench. He's probably just going to fail it or just grab something to thin it out. He does have a Pikachu down, so he might just retreat into Pikachu, get some damage off on Manectric, and see if he can help out here. See if Pikachu will help out. Because, I mean, he's doing 100, right? 5 Pokemon on the bench.
Yes.
5 Pokemon, no muscle band. So if he's doing 100, Christoph heals 50 damage if he has a Rough Seas, which Matt has countered his last Rough Seas. I believe he's countered 2 or 3 Rough Seas at this point. It's only been 2, so Christoph probably has 2 left.
I think Matt, did he just...
Oh, and we just went to time.
No, we didn't.
Oh, no, we didn't. Okay, we did not go to time.
We're not doing time anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
I thought for a minute that it looked like... I'm not sure what Matt did. I think he battle compressored. Is that what he did?
Yeah.
I can't see.
Yeah, he's got a battle comp in there just getting rid of stuff.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, for a minute, I thought he picked up his deck because he scooped or something, but...
You know, it wouldn't be a bad play. I could definitely see a scoop happening here soon because it's real looking dismal. I mean, if he circle circuits here, he's getting a solid 50 damage after healing on Christoph, if Christoph is able to, counter the Stadium. Without the Stadium counter, he's getting 80. And then if he does another 90, he's still short of the KO on Mega Manectric. So there's really no way around getting past the 3-hit KO that this match squeezes out of you. And
yeah.
It's so rough being in a 3-hit KO situation. They have another name for the 3-hit KO.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's called losing. because you don't win a 3-hit KO game. Unless you're playing Seismitoad.
Yeah,
sometimes you can, but even Seismitoad in its heyday, in Expanded, it 2-hits everything. Every, non-mega.
I think we may, this...
Oh, he's going to just Lysander, or not Lysander, he's just going to switch into his regular Manectric.
Fresh Manectric. Now, I did notice that Christoph discarded a Manectric Spirit Link off of Sycamore very early, and I'm wondering why he didn't put that. He would have had it on that Manectric that's active right now. So, in order to Mega Evolve, he's going to have to pass. I think he's out of Spirit Links.
And it looks like he doesn't really want to because he knows he can do 10 more damage with the regular Manectric.
That is true.
People sleep on how good regular Manectric is.
Christoph's down for 2... He's down to 2 prizes.
He's down to 2 prizes. No damage DXs, but he does have a Shaman in there. Matt needs to really make sure that he's going to Ace Trainer. Matt discarded an Ace Trainer early on. He's going to Ace Trainer him down. Matt draws 6. Christoph draws... How many? 3?
3.
Christoph draws 3. That could be a game winner. I haven't been keeping track of how many Versus Seekers Christoph has played. But Christoph is a Lysander away from winning.
Yeah.
Because, even... Everything that could be Lysandered in either has a 1 retreat or a float stone on it, or 2 energy in Jinx case.
He's got...
Quote from Matt, Jinx has me fucked up.
Jinx has him messed up for sure.
Oh, man. Yeah. I think this game's pretty much in the bag, in my opinion, but, you never know if...
And we're back, so the video cuts out there. We thought that we got it back going on, and we actually recorded a whole bunch until I realized I forgot to hit the record button again because I'm kind of stupid. But you can see there that Matt was really up against a wall. Christoph's Mega Manectric was just doing way too much damage for Matt to hang, and that's kind of how that matchup goes. On an unfilmed screen, or an unfilmed match, Christoph did pretty much the exact same thing to me, where he just ran through me. So, that win goes to Christoph, Matt takes a loss, and we will advance to round 4, which will be uploaded very, very soon. Stay tuned, take it easy, keep it steezy, thanks for watching.